All right, so Rand Paul called out his fellow Republicans for being not much more than Bernie bros over the cost of the next coronavirus relief package, which the proposal from the Republicans is about $1 trillion, which is a huge sum of money that we don't have, whereas Democrats proposed a relief package at $3 trillion, which is just even more ridiculous because, again, it's money that doesn't exist. We don't have it. But I do respect Rand Paul for calling them out on this, and he's done this plenty of times in the past when it comes to foreign policy, and even more so when it comes to the budget. Because a coronavirus relief package is one thing, but Rand Paul has called Republicans out when we didn't have this fear and paranoia and uncertainty from some pandemic. This is not at all the first time Republicans have signed on to some gargantuan bill to increase spending or add liabilities with money that is not there. It doesn't exist. We don't have it. And Republicans are right in the realm with Democrats pretending that this isn't a problem that exists. Or at best, they give lip service to solutions and then they do nothing to address the issue. And of course, the times at which they do address the debt is when the presidency is held by a Democrat. When Obama was president, the debt was a huge concern. It was a national crisis, they said. Then when they get a hold of some more power, all of a sudden these concerns just disappear. Well, it is good to see Rand Paul calling him out on this. A $1 trillion relief package with money we don't have is bad enough. But of course, with the Democrats' proposal at $3 trillion, there will be compromises, as those politicians tend to do, and it will likely exceed $1 trillion, which is sad, because the only relief we really need is a complete end to any and all lockdowns, which the governor of Florida is actually doing right now, which is nice. Also, the stifled movement, the limitations on businesses, and don't even stop there. Why not? Why not cut the massive amounts of red tape and regulations, rid ourselves of government-mandated licensing, put an end to the gargantuan regulatory state that massively benefits the larger businesses and corporations while completely stepping all over the smaller to medium-sized businesses? And also, why not slash taxes to the ground and stop printing off the fiat currency into oblivion? You do these things, and the economic prosperity that would follow would dominate whatever piddling check you might be able to send to everyone, which will have to be paid back eventually anyway with money, again, that we don't have. Because not for nothing, the national debt just hit $27 trillion, and it's rising faster and faster. I checked it about a week or two ago, and it was around $26.7 trillion. So this is something we literally cannot afford. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit $29 trillion by the year's end. There is this massive black hole our money is going into, called the government, and Republicans and Democrats just don't care. And hell, it wasn't even mentioned at the presidential debate from what I remember. Instead, they're talking about the Proud Boys and Trump's tax returns, or today everyone is focused on a staged photo where Trump wrote his name on a blank piece of paper. I can't bring myself to care about these things. They make for nice sound bites and nice little trending hashtags on Twitter. But again, $27 trillion in debt. However important you think those topics are, they're absolutely nothing to the hole we are in. And too many people have their heads firmly stuck in a hole in the sand. It is good to see Rand Paul call them out, though. It is just unbelievably frustrating, however, that there are real things we could do that would actually lift the economy and be beneficial. But people still have their head in the two-party system game as if there is some substantial, deep philosophical divide between the two parties. There is a difference, but it's marginal at best. Both are parties of big government and endless spending and endless wars. The only good that will come out of it will be that libertarians get to say, "I told you so," when we collapse and the dollar is only useful as a napkin or toilet paper. So we have that to look forward to, I guess, but I don't want that. And I know it's unlikely to happen, but what if Republicans actually became what they claim they are and what they give lip service to? The party of small government, reduce our deficit, slash spending, slash taxes, slash the regulatory state, make it so businesses don't have to spend huge sums of money on just their compliance departments alone, rein in and end the Fed, get us out of the unending wars. You do that, there will be real, highly substantial, actual improvements to people's quality of life and to the economy as a whole. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening. It'll just be more bickering between the red and blue teams while we are sinking in quicksand. But anyway, that's all for right now. Like and subscribe and try to take it easy, I guess.